Cruz recently sent out a campaign fundraising email wherein he talks about all of the sacrifices he's made to run for president, and I'll read you that email, but what I really want to get to is Elizabeth Warren, who responded randomly to this, and she just decided to demolish Ted Cruz. So we'll get to that email, and then I'll tell you what Elizabeth Warren had to say. Ted Cruz writes, "You see, running for president of the United States is a significant sacrifice. Only by the grace of God and with unwavering help from my wonderful supporters like you have we reached this point on the verge of capturing the Republican nomination." Yeah, right, you're nowhere near it, buddy. "And while I'm on the verge of victory, I need to share something with you. The sacrifices for our campaign are steep, but I'm proud to be making them on your behalf. The constant attacks never stop. The liberal media, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump know the best way to defeat me and score another win for the Washington cartel is to tear me down. I face the constant barrage of political and personal attacks daily. Time with my family is non-existent. Spending almost every day on the campaign trail means precious little time spent with my wife, Heidi, and my daughters, the very family that gives me the motivation and drive to fight. Health and sleep are limited. Fighting morning and night for the future of our country ensures long nights and early mornings, resulting in little to no sleep. Personal time is not possible. You think of this the least, but as a candidate, my days are no longer my own. Days start before dawn and many times don't end until early the next morning. There's almost no personal time when you run for president. Friend, let me be clear. I'm willing to make these sacrifices despite the high cost." So I have so much to say about this, but I'm going to get to Elizabeth Warren's response because I think she did a better job at saying everything that I wanted. And she says, "Are you kidding me, Ted Cruz? We're supposed to pity you because trying to be the leader of the free world is hard? 2 words, boo-hoo." All right, so far Elizabeth Warren has no chill, but I love it. Know whose health is limited? Workers with no paid leave who can't stay home when sick or caring for their kids. Ted Cruz won't support it, which is true. Know those whose sleep is limited? Working parents who stay up worrying about getting kids through college without big debt. Ted Cruz blocked refi, so refinancing student loans. And allowing students to do that is what she's talking about. She also says, know who gets no personal time? People who work 2 minimum wage jobs to support their families. Ted Cruz opposes giving them a raise. So she's going to town on him. There's a ton of tweets. Know who gets no family time? Ted Cruz? Moms with unfair schedules who drop kids at daycare and find their hours canceled. GOP won't help. Know who's facing constant attacks, Ted Cruz? Hardworking American immigrants, Muslims, LGBT folks, women, your constant attacks. And Ted Cruz, working people work more, get paid less, can't save, get mistreated, struggle with illness and family, but they don't whine. They don't throw tantrums or try to shut down their workplace because they don't get their way. And then turn around and demand promotions. You chose to run for president, Ted Cruz. You chose to make your sacrifices. Working people don't have a choice. Hey Ted Cruz, maybe you should spend less time complaining about your significant sacrifices and more time doing something about theirs. So any and everything I wanted to say, she said. I was like, when I heard about this, I was gonna straight go in for all of the same talking points, just the whole, well, working people don't get the choice. You chose to make the sacrifice, and she hit on every point that I wanted to make. And do you want to know his response to Elizabeth Warren? Nothing, because he can't respond to this. How do you respond to that? You have a rich oligarch who is bankrolled by billionaires complaining about running for president and how he doesn't have time to do anything. Right, well, nobody forced you to run for president except for your God, who you claim encouraged you to run, but nobody's forcing you to run. You can drop out at any time, and you probably should since you're not going to win anyway. But to think that he would find sympathy among people. And it's the Republicans who are always saying, get a job, you're lazy, do hard work hard and you'll succeed. And we have Ted Cruz right here being a little whiny baby about how difficult it is to run for president. Oh, I'm crying, I'm shedding so many tears for you. This is the smallest violin in the world that I'm going to play for you, Ted Cruz. So I love Elizabeth Warren's response. I thought it was great. My only thing is, Elizabeth Warren, please endorse Bernie Sanders. That was random, but I had to throw that in. But in the end, Ted Cruz is feeling the burn from Warren.